Stacy, this is Kim, and I am going to show you a little bit about the new Educreations. I didn't even know that it had updated. I just updated my iPad a couple days ago, so I'm happy that you contacted me and said, hey, this looks a little different. And you're right, it is different. If the students don't have the same version as you, we'll just have to have Walt push through an update on all the student apps. Okay, so I'm looking at my presentation folder here, and you'll see that Educreations icon is a little different now. I'm going to tap on that. And here I have some presentations that I've made before, so it didn't erase anything that I worked on previously. If I want to add a new presentation, I go to this plus button in the upper left-hand corner. I'm going to tap on that. And here I'm brought to my palette. This is very similar to the old Educreations, just looks a little more mod now. So if I want to create a presentation to record, I hit the record button up here in the upper right-hand corner, left-hand corner. And anytime during recording, if I want to stop recording, just to pause, to turn a page, to get something prepped, I can hit that button again and it will pause my recording. I have my color palette here. As you tap on a color, you can set your palette. So if you want to choose 5 colors to be ready to use, you can do that. Up at the top, you have your write and your erase tools. And then over here in the upper right-hand corner, this button here will allow you to choose your paper type. So if you want to have graph paper or just plain white paper. Here, if you tap on this, it will add a slide to your presentation. So it doesn't all have to be accomplished on this one screen. It can add multiple screens to your presentation. You can set those up ahead of time before recording and just navigate to the different screens by hitting the arrow sign, or you can do it in process of recording and just hit the pause button if you need to set anything up along the way. Okay, so back up here to these options here. We also have the plus button. The plus button allows you to add text, to type on your screen, to add a photo from your photo reel, to add a photo from a camera. And if we have a paid edition, you can do these other items like add a map, or do a search or add a document into it. If you don't have a paid version, there's some other apps. I don't know how much Educreations is as a subscription or as a paid app, but there's another app called Skitch that does a lot of cool things like Educreations too, and allows you to put a map in it. Love, love, love Skitch. So if you haven't tried that out, that's Skitch. Okay? All right, so I'm going to show you how this works. So you can see that there is still video in it. The video consists of your voice and whatever you draw on the screen. Okay? So I want to get this in focus here. Sorry, I'm using just a handheld web camera because my dot camera is not in my office right now. There we go. Nice and in focus. Okay, so I'm going to hit record. This is a test to show Stacy a little bit about Educreations, and I'm going to show that I can add a photo from my photo reel. And you notice that when I do that, it paused my recording so it doesn't see this occurring. All right, so here I have a picture of the world, and I want to talk to you about hemispheres. In the world, we have 4 different hemispheres, but they do intersect each other. The hemispheres are divided by a line right here that we'd like to call the prime meridian. And everything that is to the east of that is considered the eastern hemisphere. So I'm going to put stripes across what I would consider the eastern hemisphere. All right, and everything to the west of the prime meridian is considered the western hemisphere. Now we also have a line that divides the world into northern and southern hemispheres. That line is called the equator. Everything to the north of the equator is considered the northern hemisphere, and then everything to the south of the equator is considered the southern hemisphere. So I want you to turn and look to a partner and ask them at any given time, how many hemispheres are you in? And at this moment, which 2 are you in? Wait, I just gave the answer away. Okay, so I went through, did a short little lesson so you can see what that looks like. And when I'm done, I'm going to say save. It's kind of a universal iOS sign to push out to another location. And I'm hitting that and saying save finished video. When I save the finished video, I'm going to call this hemispheres. And if you want, you can put a description in. If you want to publish this with the Educreations community, you can do that. Otherwise, you can keep it private to you. And what's cool is you can keep it, you can send it to a classroom now. So that's what I want to show you. So here I am naming it. And I'm keeping it on private. And I'm not even going to add a subject area or grade level. I'm just going to say save. So here I have my video now. It's saved. It's in my library. And what can I do with that now that it's saved? Well, if I was just in class, I could just show the video. Otherwise, I can set up a classroom. Okay? So I'm going to go over here to the left-hand menu, and I see my videos, but then underneath that, I have an icon that has, there it is, that has like 3 kids on it, and that's actually the icon for your classes. So when you tap on it, you get my classes. And to add a class, it's as simple as hitting the plus sign, and you can name your class. So maybe I name it math, if I were going to name another class, and hit save. And you can name the grade level and so on and so forth. But I have a geography class and I have a math class. When I tap on geography, I can add students here, or they can add themselves by getting a classroom code. So here's my geography class. I tap on it, and I hit the class settings icon up here, and I have underneath that, oh goodness, it's so hard to see here with this little itty bitty camera, but I have this class code. Okay, so QUGWWFE. I'm a student, and now if you look at my large screen here, and I go to log in, and I made a student already, and I put in my password, if you are needing to register into a class, you can just say join class, and you can put that code in, and then you are now registered in that class. So earlier I registered this student, Alex Batchelder, my son, into the geography class, and I made something about hemispheres, and as soon as I published it on my iPad, it was up here on Educreations. So that's pretty neat, being able to just publish it lickety-split right out to students and have information for them to see. Okay, so your video function is still here, but it is now just slightly different in that it has the ability to add a classroom and publish directly to your classroom so your kiddos can see what you are talking to them about. If you have any more questions about this, or you'd like to sit down together and practice it, just let me know.